Do you support Donald Trump?
I absolutely do.
And why is that?
Well, number one, it's because he goes against everything you progressives, liberals believe that have destroyed this country over the last, I don't know, 10 years, mostly since he came down the escalator.
Okay. So you go. What progressive views do I have that you disagree with that are so bad that I've been destroying the country with? Apparently.
Well, it's interesting because I've been finding you and Dean and Ollie. You guys have all popped up in my algorithm lately,
Yeah. How much? What?
and it seems like you guys have issues. And for most of us who have been supporters of Donald Trump for a while, it began very early, right? In 2015, we started to see the the left wing political view in this country attack him and do it in a way that was dishonest.
How have I attacked Trump
That's where
dishonestly?
it started. What's
How
that?
how have I attacked Trump dishonestly?
Well, you're dishonest in your agenda of what you're doing on this channel to go after Trump. It's one thing to disagree with him and disagree with the policies. We're not all going to agree. Is that something you and I can agree on?
Yeah, we're not gonna agree on everything.
Right. That's where this 80-20 issue and the 80-20 thing is like kind of new in this last 6 months,
So what's dishonest about my
right?
agenda?
You say the word when it comes to Trump,
How is that dishonest?
and it is very dishonest,
How?
and your audience believes it.
Because it's true.
But it's not true. It's how you view the world and the way you see this, because it confirms your bias. You have an inherent bias. We all do, correct?
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
We all have an inherent bias towards our beliefs and our side, we'll call it, right?
I grew up in a Christian conservative household. I used to be a Trump
I've heard
supporter.
you say that. Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard you say that.
Okay.
And I whatever religion I grew up in, I've been all over the world or all over the place religion wise, and look, I'm not a religious person, so the whole Catholic thing and whatnot, it doesn't matter to me. People are, I believe, free to have their beliefs.
Sure. I'm confused how I have dishonest beliefs. I'm confused. How was I attacking
Well,
Trump
like I
dishonestly?
said,
You said because I was calling him a he is. He literally is.
he is not.
He
And
is.
you use these RuPaul videos, RuPaul clips, you use the traditional tactics to sort of, well, to definitely try to alter people's view of what is actually happening in the world, right? So, give you an example. You deny the fact that there was this mass migration across the southern border,
No,
but
I
yet we
don't.
can all watch the videos and see that happen. The people underneath the bridges, the large groups coming across, the horsewhip thing.
When did I deny mass migration?
Uh, uh, you, Dean, you guys all do it in some way or another, right? It just
Actually, you just spread
you
misinformation.
can gaslight people.
I never once denied mass migration.
You can gaslight. I watched you gaslight. It's funny because I watched your stream from last night, which was unbelievable. And the one guy that was incredibly um, coherent in his arguments and laid it out for you, you turned around and you gaslit the out of that guy.
What did I say that was gaslighting him?
You literally told him that you did not mute him after muting him several times.
Yeah, that was a joke,
So
dude. That
it,
was a joke.
but no, that's gaslighting, and that's what you did. And it actually got to him, and you could hear it get to him because he's like, seriously. But
That was the
that's what you
point.
guys do. You guys all do the same thing. You, Dean, Ollie,
You want a Kleenex? You want a tissue? I understand that your emotions are hurt, I get it. You have people to talk to in your life. I'm here for you, man. But this seriously, like, this doesn't make sense to, you know, worry about so much, man. You should just move on and realize that it was a joke.
How would I know that it was a joke?
Because I said it was a joke right after.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
Okay, well, you can go back into my
But
VOD on my
but
YouTube
in
and
the
see that.
sure. So whether you said that at the end or not, if you're disguising your gaslighting and then claiming it was a joke, you realize what you had to do to get away with it, right?
Dude, I was smiling as I said it. Everyone knows that I was joking. If you can't identify that I'm
Everyone
joking,
knows.
that's your fault. Because I clarified it, I said it, and I clearly look like I'm joking while I'm doing it.
I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have said that. No, absolutely not. But you can claim what you want.
Okay.
The simple fact is that it goes to my point where Democrats tend to have to be dishonest about what they're saying and doing in order to get what they want. You
I,
have to be
in
dishonest and
no
not
way
tell
was I
your audience the
dishonest.
truth about the aging Carroll case.
I
You
have told
leave
them the
out the
truth.
actual
You don't tell them
facts.
the truth. What facts did I leave out?
Okay, if you give me 1 second, I will go through it. Are you familiar with AmericanDebunk.com?
No, I'm not.
AmericanDebunk.com.
Did you buy Trump Mobile? I can't hear you currently.
No, I walked a little far away from my phone here. I'm grabbing another phone here. I do find it funny that you joke about not having humor, but yet when Trump uses humor, it goes completely over your head.
Oh yeah, I don't think saying things that are okay. Like him saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. If that's your humor, you're weird.
So him comment pardon me. So him complimenting someone in a way that you don't like makes him a.
He said he would date a 10-year-old in 10 years.
He did
Yes.
not say he would date a 10-year-old. This is a Rupard statement. Another one of those things.
He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
He did not in 10 years, which would make her 20.
Okay. Do you know what
10
is?
plus 10 years is 20.
Okay.
That's an adult.
Would it be acceptable for him to go to a kindergarten classroom and go up to one of the 5-year-olds and be like, I'm going to be dating them in 15 years? Would that
You're
be
making
acceptable?
an irrelevant point. It's not even the same thing because that didn't
It's
happen.
somehow
You're
different under his view.
let's be in the
Okay,
real
wait. Can you wait?
world.
What's 5 plus 15?
5 plus 15 is 20.
Okay, good job. Good job. Now, so explain to me how that's different then, because you said the reason why it's okay is
Because
because
he
she'll
didn't
be
say it
20
to a
years old.
5-year-old.
Wait, what'd you
He
say?
said it to a 10-year-old, right?
So would you still defend it if he
He
said
was
it?
complimenting the young girl, complimenting her. Maybe you don't know what a compliment is, but
Oh,
that's what
trust
that
me, I
was.
do. I trust me, I do. So
And
so
also too
if
is
if
he's got
if you as
Ivanka,
if you
which
as
is
a
absolutely
50 to 60
beautiful.
if you as a 50 to 60-year-old man can't identify that saying to a 10-year-old girl that you're going to be dating her in 10 years is
Where did this
gross,
happen, by the
then
way?
you need to get a grip on reality. It happened
Where
next
did
to an
this happen, by the way?
escalator. I can
Next to
play
an
the clip.
escalator?
Yes. He said, "Are you going up the
Can
escalator?"
you play the whole clip?
Yeah.
Say, I think it was you that played a clip.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Fun. That's comedy, right?
You think that's okay? So
Yeah,
so
you don't
so
you don't you
so I
don't
have a
recognize
question.
the comedy in
So
that?
check this guy's hard drive. So if Donald Trump went up to a 5-year-old and he said in a kindergarten classroom and he said he's going to be dating them in 15 years, would you defend that?
He didn't do that, and he's not doing that. He's not going
I
into a kindergarten classroom and doing that. So
I
false
understand.
equivalency.
I
Cut it
understand.
out, man.
I understand.
Be real. If you
He
want to
can't
give me a hard time
he
about
can't
thinking you were gaslighting somebody,
so you can answer the question, right? I asked you a very specific question. I never said he did do this. I said if. It's hypothetical. I said if he went up to a kindergarten classroom and said he'd be dating a 5-year-old in 15 years, would you defend that behavior?
like I said, I'm not going to answer a hypothetical question.
Okay. Did you eat today?
I did eat today, yes.
What would you have felt like if you didn't eat?
Oh, I feel hungry.
That you just answered a hypothetical, you idiot. So
Well,
answer
you
the
call me
hypothetical.
an idiot, but I know you're.
Answer the hypothetical. Answer the hypothetical. Unmute yourself and answer the hypothetical, bud. I can't answer hypotheticals. You sound like Jordan Peterson. Please answer the hypothetical.
Okay, so you keep muting me, but it makes it very difficult for me on my phone to unmute. I'm not a TikTok user, bro.
You're currently using TikTok right now.
Look at the account name. I refuse to use TikTok because it's China. I didn't want a TikTok account, but I
He
watch you on
refuses to
YouTube.
use TikTok because it's China, and yet is using TikTok right now.
Yeah, because it's the only way to talk to you and get on your stream. Because
Oh,
I
so you
watch you
love
on
me.
YouTube. I don't love you. I love to hate you.
Well, you
It's
rage watch
infuriating
me?
watching your live stream.
Why is it
I want to jump through the. I want to
It
jump through
seems
the
like
phone
that.
and strangle you.
It seems like you like that for some reason.
For me personally, it's merely understanding left-wing politics right now.
Yeah, but like
So
you love being mad at me, right?
no, I truly want to understand what's infuriating, and the thing that I notice a lot about you is that when you have somebody much more articulate than myself and much more intelligent than myself giving you a
Anyone on the left?
pardon me.
Anyone on the left?
Well, the kid yesterday was great. The minute somebody really challenges you, you get rid of them. So I don't really understand what the point of you doing this is.
Must be why I'm keeping you up on the stream. Now, so
It must be.
it must be. So what's the point of me doing this? It's to convince people in the audience to change their perspectives. It's to educate people so that they can have arguments to use against people who are on the right. All right, so that's the point of these live streams, is to get people to be more knowledgeable, to get people to critically think more,
Right.
and I think it's done a very, very great job of doing that. I wanna go back to a few things. You think I'm like incredibly disingenuous and dishonest,
Yes.
and I think that
we're getting back to the
I think
yeah,
every
we're getting back
example
to that.
I think every example you've provided of me being dishonest was wrong and
Well, we were talking
incorrect.
about Eugene Carroll,
Yeah, and I explained
and I
exactly.
said,
Well, Donald Trump was
right.
held civilly liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9
Yes, he
people for.
was.
And then you said, "Oh, there was facts in the case that disputed this." I asked you what, and you still
Yes.
have yet to provide those.
Well, we got sidetracked in another conversation. So
Well,
I had
you did.
mentioned to you and to your audience about the website called AmericanDebunk.com, which is where I'm at. And if you go to the article called Trump is a Hoax, you'll find it from December 15th, 2024, and it lays out what happened.
Can you mention any of the things it mentions?
Yes. So I'm going to start with Eugene Carroll's lawsuit relied on retroactive law changes. New York passed the Adult Survivors Act, the ASA, a law passed in May 2022 in New York, allowing civil suits for beyond expired statutes of limitations.
Yeah, which is 5 years.
That's the first thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually a good. The Child Survivors Act and the Adult Survivors Act are great, and that actually led to thousands of different people being able to hold their abusers accountable in the context of a civil court in New York because it was past the statute of limitations. So actually, this had nothing to do with Eugene Carroll. Just because this happened, Eugene Carroll was then able to like apply it to Trump. So explain to me how that was like a reason why it's false.
It's not a reason why it's false, but it's important information, which then you added and clarified. But I've never heard you mention that. Second,
I've talked about this on the
Carol
live.
does not know which year the incident occurred.
1996.
She doesn't. But she claimed the
1996.
incident occurred in 1995 or 1996,
Yep.
keeping the timeline vague, insignificant as
Wait.
pinpointing a specific month
Press
or
the feature
week
encounter.
could enable Trump to present evidence proving
That
he
he
was
wasn't
not
at the
in New
scene of the
York
crime?
at the
Okay,
the alleged time.
Okay, well, she was
Sure.
she was specifically doing that because she had a dress that had DNA on it, and Trump didn't give up his DNA within the multiple years, right? So if it was the case that he wasn't at the scene of the crime, he could provide the evidence that he wasn't at the scene of the crime by
Right.
giving up his DNA. Why didn't he do that?
The dress that wasn't even made at that time.
It was. You're lying. That's a total
that came
lie.
along later.
You
It's the
just made
Chanel
that up.
dress.
You want to bet?
Right?
How much do you want to bet? No, Donna Karen. You don't even know what dress it is.
Donna Karen. I don't. It's not a point in here, but I'm questioning you on that. There were no witnesses to support her allegation.
Wait. You just literally, that was a lie. Why are you looking at a source in which is lying?
Which part?
That was literally a lie. The dress
What
not
was?
being a dress that was in.
That's not on this source. That's not in this.
Why'd you just randomly say that then?
Because it's something that I had seen. And that
Okay.
was a claim that was made. So if it's not true, it's not true. Either way.
So then, do you
their
want to?
next
So then,
point,
why didn't he give up his DNA?
why didn't he give up his DNA?
Yes, he could have proven he wasn't at the scene of the crime. Why didn't he do that?
I don't know that that actually happened. I don't know that the dress actually had DNA on it. Where
The
do
dress
you
did.
know that, or
The
where do
dress
you
had
see that that came from?
the court case. The dress had unidentified male DNA on it. Trump had multiple years to give up his DNA, and he didn't give up his DNA.
Well, wouldn't it be easy to get his DNA? I don't know. Maybe I've watched too many cop dramas.
No, because he
Don't they
has to.
just get him to hold a cup or something, or grab a piece of hair?
That would be in criminal cases. This is a civil case, so they have to get his consent.
Oh, right. Okay. So let's go back to this. So
So
during
no,
the
but no,
trial,
I
Trump's
want.
attorney
So
pointed out
no, no,
Carroll
no.
account closely resembled an
I don't
episode of
like.
Law
I
and Order.
don't like when you're doing this because you're trying to disingenuously pivot away from the point that I'm making.
Well,
I
it's
think
what
that is
you guys
dishonest.
do the same
I think
thing.
this is. I
You
don't
and
do this.
Dean do exactly
When did
the
I do
same
this?
thing.
When did I do this?
You guys constantly do this.
Name one time.
You pinpoint a thing and then you go off on some tangent.
Name one time.
Every stream I watch, it's the same. It's the same nonsense.
There's no specific. So can you respond to what I'm
Sure.
saying? If you think it's bad for me to do that, then don't do it yourself.
I don't know about the blue dress, other than obviously bad data that I've had. But you believe that this happened in court. I don't see anything that shows that this actually happened in court.
So it wasn't blue. One. Two, as it relates to this. If you
I
want
didn't
to,
say blue, did I?
you did say blue. Two, as it relates to this.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the Epstein Clinton
Holy
dress.
sh! Can you just answer the question? What about the what? Why did he give up his DNA? Answer that question.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not Trump's attorney.
You don't know. So the
But
only
I'm sure there
reason,
was a
the
reason
only
for that.
reason he wouldn't have given up his DNA is if he thinks that it's his DNA.
That's
Because
an assumption on your part.
the reason why that would be indicative of the fact that he would be at a greater likelihood of being guilty is because if he never met her, which he said he never met her, and he wasn't at the scene of the crime, there's no way they have his DNA. And that would prove that it's not his DNA because there's unidentified male DNA. And if it didn't match as his DNA, that would prove he's not at the scene of the crime.
Okay, I agree with you, and I'm gonna flip it back on you. What's to show this was actually Carroll's dress? Maybe it was another woman that he actually did have an affair with, and that was his DNA on that dress. Just because E. Jean Carroll has it doesn't make it hers, correct? So how would she prove that it was her dress?
Are you serious? Where do you think she
Yes,
got it from?
she could have been given the dress by somebody else.
No, she purchased it herself. It's been in her closet ever since.
How
So
do you know that, other than just
there's
saying
a
that?
there's a photograph of her on the front of one of her books in that dress from the
What year was that?
90s. The book,
In the 90s,
92.
which is
Which is prior to
4
the.
years before this incident.
4 years
Yeah.
prior. But
Yep.
like, for instance, A has a serial number, and then when you buy it, it goes through a dealer. Like, you could trace and know when that
So
person.
you're telling me that
Yeah.
she has a dress that belongs to someone else, but it has her DNA on it. That's what you're telling me.
It has his DNA, is what you're
It
claiming.
has her DNA on it as well.
Sure, that could have shown up while she bought the dress at any point in time. She could have put it on, right? How do we know
This
that
is the
that's the
weirdest
dress?
argument because
Well, it's
she's the
your
one
argument backwards.
because she wrote about it in her book before any of this came about, and wrote about that dress before there was any ever
She wrote about
thought.
the dress, but she didn't write about the encounter.
Most certainly did. Donald Trump found out about this and started talking bad about her is because she wrote about the incident in the book and the dress in the book, the same book, before this lawsuit was ever even a thought.
Right. And so that's why she didn't come after him during his first presidency.
There are many reasons why she didn't come forward till 2019,
Right.
which
So it
was during the first
2019, not
pregnancy.
2022.
You're getting all kinds of dates confused. The dates that filings are made or trials take place
Right.
are different from when the person actually comes forward publicly.
However, the Adult Survivors Act didn't come in until May of 2022.
Correct.
So she made the claim in 2019,
Yep.
and then because the ASA, she was able to file suit.
What was her original lawsuit for and what year?
That's a good question. I don't know what year the lawsuit started. Oh, timeline. Carroll's allegations made public June 2019. Carroll first accused Trump of in her memoir, published New York Magazine.
Exactly what I just said.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then Adult Survivor Act passed in 22. Carroll files lawsuit November 4th of 2022.
Okay, what's your
The
point?
Well,
verdict
that
was
was
May of
that was
2023.
that was an amendment to her original lawsuit that she filed in 2021.
Okay. Well, they don't mention that here, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You're on some
Yeah.
like blog or something. What
Actually, no, I'm
expertise
on the
does this
website
person have?
hurricanedebunk.com. You should
Yeah,
take a
that's
look
a
at it. There's a lot of interesting
blog.
stuff.
That's not a peer-reviewed academic source.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Well,
you
it
know,
matters a
it-
great deal.
it
They
has-
have no
it has
they have
evidence
no
that backs what
mechanism
it's
for
claiming.
being fact-checked. They can say
Sure they
whatever. You can buy a
Your
website and
fact
say
checkers are
anything
all
you want.
left-wing biased anyway. So
Oh my God, that's
yeah.
not true.
Not sure. Also,
so here,
hey,
let me ask you this.
User, I also just want to acknowledge this. There's a few things here. You said at the beginning of the live, the reason why you don't support Democrats is because I acknowledge that Donald Trump, Eugene Carroll, which we have evidence for, in which you've never even looked at any of the evidence to dispute, and you had to look to some blog post that you couldn't even verify, in which didn't have evidentiary basis at all, and was lying, and we proved was
Something's
lying.
wrong and is missing a lot of information. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, it's actually incredibly up for you to sit there and say the basis for your position was that I was spreading misinformation and I was spreading dishonest, false information. You should acknowledge that that was actually
You're reading the court documents for this information. It's all there.
Oh,
It's
I
publicly
understand.
available.
I understand that the court documents will show what happened in court.
Yeah, and you'll
They
also read all
won't
about
show
what the judge.
inadmissible
You'll
evidence.
also
Correct.
read all about the dress, the DNA evidence, what the judge said about that. That's all there.
Correct. So
Not
it
just
won't
what
have
happened
the
in the
inadmissible
courtroom.
evidence. Correct.
Sorry?
It will not include in.
You're cutting out.
Well, that's not accurate either because the judge did discuss the dress,
So-
even though the dress was never used in the court proceedings during the
Right.
trial. And neither was the DNA, which was also discussed by the judge. So no,
So-
not just
yeah.
stuff that wasn't admitted.
So
No.
how do you defend the CNN interview with Anderson Cooper?
Oh, I love this topic. This is my favorite. What was your contention
Yeah.
with it?
Oh, and by the way, who are you and why did you step up? I wasn't having a conversation with you. I was talking
I'm
to
Eugene
Parker, but-
Carroll's niece. That's why I was in the courtroom.
Why are you laughing at
Perfect. There's no bias there.
that? What?
There's
Well,
no
I
bias
certainly
there.
know. I certainly know
Hang
what
on.
the
Let me
court
get Trump's
documents.
attorney.
I certainly
Hold
know
on.
what the.
Let me get Trump's
Excuse me.
attorney real quick.
You don't even have your facts straight. I at least know what's in the court documents and what happened, which you can verify yourself.
Palmer here can't manage on his own.
Parker.
He's got to call up, phone a friend.
His name is Parker, not
Yeah,
Palmer.
Parker.
First
Yeah,
of all,
Parker.
and second of all, Parker knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows why he lets me up
Is he?
here to discuss it
But it's
because
funny
he
'cause
knows.
I didn't call.
that-
I didn't call.
Can
in
you
to
stop
talk to
interrupting me?
I called in to talk
Do you
to
have any
Parker, so
decorum whatsoever?
you
Can you
guys
stop
have a great
interrupting?
day.
You can
Parker,
stop
Do
interrupting
you want
me
to continue
anytime.
this conversation with me, or do you want her to continue the conversation, which is not going to happen?
I'm not going to have a conversation with her. I would continue the
I didn't
conversation
call
with
to
you.
talk to her. I called
But
to
I
talk
think
to
that
you.
it's ridiculous that you're not engaging in the conversation with her because she's clearly
called
providing
to
relevant
defend yourself.
information. I understand,
He
but
doesn't want somebody here who actually has all the information because that makes him look bad because he doesn't have all the
No,
information.
I actually called to talk to Parker because he's the all-knowing Parker.
I'm not
just
all
like Dean's
knowing.
the all-knowing
I'm not all knowing. Hey, instead of
Well,
just
you claim
dude,
to
hey,
be.
instead of acting like a child right now on the stream, can you please?
I'm a 53-year-old adult.
And you're acting
You're
like
not acting
and
like
you're
it. You've
acting
been
like
cutting
a
everybody
5-year-old.
What you think I'm acting like? Your feelings don't.
You're so mad.
Well, neither
Chill
do
out.
yours, sir. I don't know why you're so emotional right now.
Parker
Then
knows
if feelings
exactly
don't
what's
matter.
User, I'm
having
trying.
you fight his battles.
User. Oh my god,
If-
he's like
if
actually going
Parker
crazy
can't
because
handle the child.
This is my battle because this is my family.
Can you stop? I'm gonna keep muting you until you stop. Stop acting like a child on my live stream. You're on my live stream. You're in my space. Stop acting like a child. Okay? I'm not doing this. Okay? If you want to have a conversation with me, you can have a conversation with me. Okay?
I want a conversation with you. I didn't call to talk to her.
Okay. Why are you so mad that you have to talk to Amber? Like, what's wrong?
I didn't call to talk to Amber. How many times do I have to tell you that?
That doesn't matter.
You defend yourself. You don't need anybody else to defend yourself.
I'm not asking Amber to defend me. She's adding extra information on top of
It
everything.
doesn't matter what she's adding.
What? Yes, it does.
I called to talk to you. You're the one doing the show, not Amber.
Okay. Well, too bad. This is the show. Welcome. Like, I don't know why you're acting like such a kid, dude. Stop freaking out on my live stream because you're talking to Amber. Like, you're being
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry, acting like what?
Stop
Acting like what?
like a child.
No, you said something else. Say it again.
I said like a child.
No, you said something else. Say it again.
That's exactly what I said.
Freaking child.
Or I say a kid?
Yeah. No, you said something else, but you're too afraid to say it again.
No, what did I say? I actually don't know what I said. What did I say?
No, it's all right. I'm not going to repeat you.
No, go ahead. Repeat me.
All right. So I've had about enough. It's fine.
Oh,
Hey, have a good
I'm going to
one.
go be a child someplace else.
You're being
Bye.
over emotional
You've got
and
your
you're
mute
throwing a
button.
temper.
You've
You're
got-
throwing a
You
temper
got your phone a
tantrum.
friend.
You're throwing a
It's
temper
just
tantrum.
fine, Parker.
You're throwing a temper
It's
tantrum and you're about to
perfect
leave.
that you've proven to me exactly what you're about.
Hey, dude, I'm trying to have a productive dialogue with you, and
The
right now you're
internet
not.
lives
You're not
forever,
allowing that.
Parker.
Yeah, and it's
The
there's gonna
internet
be,
lives forever.
and forever there's gonna be millions of views on a video of you having a temper tantrum on my
Yes.
live stream because you can't have a
And that
dialogue with
is-
me directly.
That is just fine.
Yeah, and I
Because
understand that.
in
And
the
it's
end,
going to be so
they
fun when
also
everyone in
see-
your family sees that video, sees you crashing out on the
Correct.
internet because you can't have a dialogue with me.
Who am I, Parker?
Literally a child on my live stream, a man-child.
Who am I?
A man-child.
If you think my family's going to see this and knows who I am, who am I, Parker?
They'll hear your voice.
Right. You think they're going to recognize my voice within like 2
Yeah.
hours into your stream?
Yeah.
It's buried. The shit's buried.
So let's not bury it. Let's get out to
Right.
everyone on the
Perfect.
internet. I want your entire
Send
family
it.
to see how much of an idiot you are.
Send it.
Dude, you're about to run
Parker,
away
do you
on the
not-
live
do you
stream.
not-
You're about to run
Wait,
away.
Parker, do you not actually think that my family knows exactly my views?
Oh, okay. So they're okay with you saying that he would supporting Donald Trump, even though he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, even though he's held civilly liable for Eugene Carroll, even though he sent
Well,
false slates
because,
of
like-
electors to electoral college cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the
See
election,
it out.
and pardon the violent
Get it
rioters that off
Get it
after
out.
inciting a violent
Get it out.
insurrection at the Capitol?
You scallop all you want, man, because none of that is true.
All of it's true. Respond to a single
None of
point.
it's true.
Respond to a single point.
It's disingenuous. It's dishonest, and you know it. Because if it was true, nobody would have ever voted for him.
Oh, you just didn't look into it. It is true. You shouldn't
No.
support him. And you know what? You're right. No one should support him given that that's the case, and yet you still did.
How many people have we talked to who voted for Trump who were the first person that they heard this information from? They didn't even know about it because they only watch Fox News and Fox News didn't cover it. How many?
Because it's not
I would say
true.
60.
And then-
I
and
would
then
say
you-
60% plus of the people that I talked to have not heard this.